Oh my God. Well, we made it, Dave.
Have we?
Can you actually believe that this is actually our 30th live stream we've done in the last
This
8 months?
year?
I don't even know what day
This
it
year?
was.
You've done a bit more than 30, but it's this year, isn't it?
Aye, well, we restarted doing these just before Christmas. It was either before Christmas or after Christmas.
Just after. We had a 2 or 3 months off, 2 months off for personal reasons, but no.
No, I remember.
Thursday night won't be the same, will it, Baz?
Is that you kind of mentioned that Baz hits the 200, he would do a room tour, and that was just.
So come on, what are you going to do at your 300 subscriber?
I'll wear a kilt.
You can't see that, Baz. You can't see that doing a.
Well, you know what a Scotsman wearing a kilt like?
You can't, unless you're going to do a full body shot by yourself.
Oh, you never know. You never know what could happen.
Just checking in.
Oh, just check in with the chat. Hey, Chantel, thank you very much for popping in tonight. Got Rory.
Rory, Shanty. Shanty Rory. Shant Raw.
Hey, Sean.
Sean.
Ooh. We've got the man, the myth, the legend. We've got Sai.
The twin that doesn't look like a twin.
Aye. Hey, Josh.
End of an era tonight. Any though, Baz, that's the problem. End of an era.
And we have G-Force as well. Aye, because this will be your last one for a few months, won't it? You'll be off to You'll be off to your American dream.
Yes.
It's all right. Hopefully, I should have some things.
You replace me. Don't worry. You'll replace me. You'll forget about me by next week.
Oh no, I'll just be the same before you, Dave.
You won't miss me at all.
Who will only miss you?
I might miss you, but you ain't going to miss me at all.
I know. But I was thinking about this earlier on, and this has kind of been kind of mental 8 months with YouTube. Getting to meet all these amazing people and jump on everybody's live streams, and you just have to say thanks to everybody that's kind of stuck by us.
Yeah. At least you're doing something right then.
Oh, aye. You know. As Shabby said last week or the week before, I've lost track of time and days and months. But we're more like a family now.
Yeah.
In this community. We'll kind of look after each other and.
Yeah, Baz is almost up to his 300 sub. His 30th live stream.
That's
you know, he's braver than me. You know.
Well, just think about it, man. When I started this, 2020, I only done this for fun, basically, because you were in a pandemic. I was kind of bored at night. There's nothing really to do. And now I kind of look forward more than doing these on a Thursday or a Saturday.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird.
It's basically got, honestly, with every single live streams that's been through the last 2 years or 3 years, it's kept the toy community going and each other's going.
Oh, aye.
Perfectly honest. And, you know, we're going to do a few things special coming up soon. And then, you know, maybe next year something special.
Why? Halo bot.
You know.
I would sometimes words kind of describe how you kind of feel.
Yeah. Sometimes it's like overwhelmed, isn't it, when the people that you only meet through the chat, and it's like you meet them, hopefully meet them one day just to say thank you so much for, you know, jumping on, saying hello. You know, just to meet the other collectors out, you know.
Well, this was my idea during the pandemic. I just kind of thought, I just come to me one night. I was just kind of bored, and it's like, as we know, is that this kind of just started off as a Facebook thing,
Yeah,
once a week, and then more and more folks say, "Oh, you should do lives, blah blah blah. Why do you not do some YouTube videos as well? Show off some of your hauls, kind of thing." But I know during the pandemic we couldn't. But like previous, some of the stuff that was finding, and back then, I never had the confidence to do this
yeah.
kind of thing. It's all right doing a chat, but when you've got other people watching you, kind of thing, you're feared in case you say the wrong word or
Well, everyone's human, Baz. Everyone's got their own little opinions and bits and pieces like that.
hey cat.
Meow. Um, you know, we're all human. We all make little mistakes and bits and pieces. We all. It's basically it's one of them things. It's like Shabby first said. You know, the community helps each other out finding what toy it is, like the jukebox. Occasionally I ask you what's this figure from, and you know it more than me. You know, you get weirdly enough now tonight you've got a load of people around the world watching us. You know, it's quite scary to think of it when you got people around the world now watching you.
Mm-hmm.
But it's helping them out at the same time to say, guys, if we can do it, or Baz can do it, anyone can do it, just give us a try.
Well,
It's
that's
like
what.
the way I do it is just take pictures, stick them into a video, and put it up. Yes, I've done 930 videos in a row. One every day for the last 2.5 years. I still ain't missed one.
Mm-hmm.
My videos are a lot easier to do than Baz's ones and anyone else's. I'll give you that. But, you know, it's showing toys out there, helping other communities out there, showing what's in the set, or helping other people out around the world.
Well, that's the thing is that we all collect different things, Dave.
Yeah,
Some folk keep to certain lines, like us. We kind of have so many rabbit holes, as I keep saying,
yeah,
keep going down and picking up. And it's always nice when you jump onto somebody else's live stream that you've maybe only met during a chat kind of thing
yeah,
once. It's always nice to know is like what they collect,
yeah,
because they might collect something totally different for you that, oh, that's actually interesting. And then you kind of start looking into it. It's like when you watch all these guys' YouTube videos and they're picking up all these different lines, Marvel, Star Wars, and it's like, you know what? Those are cool. And it kind of it gets you into them,
yeah.
and you start wanting to pick them up. And it's like, as you say, we all kind of we're watching each other's videos, we're helping each buddies out with our collections. Because I collect anything for Star Wars for 80s, we'll say late 70s, right up until now, modern. But every time you always see something new that you never knew existed. Because me and Rory and Ian were talking about this last night. There were certain cartoons. Ian's trying to make a playlist of all the 80s cartoons, and I was just basically banging these, and he never heard of half of these kind of thing. He never knew they existed.
Yeah.
Because he was like, I've just come across Pirates of the Dark Water. He never knew that cartoon existed. He never knew about Bionic 6. It was just try to help.
Yeah.
You always try to help each other out.
It's perfect. That's where the toy community comes in because I did toys for that. Luckily, there's not many for them lines. And perfectly honest, Baz, I always said to myself, I always like looking at people's collections and showing off or showing little bits off the collection and that sort of stuff.
It's like a lot of folk, man. One toy line I would love to get into, but I've never seen them in the UK, and that's the Spiral Zone figures I was talking about a few weeks back. And a lot of folk have never heard of Spiral Zone,
No.
even seen it. It's kind of it's like a G.I. Joe style cartoon kind of thing. But a lot of folk haven't heard of it. But it's like the toys and the figures have got actually filming cloth clothes on them.
Yes.
And I think they're about 5 or 6. They're not like your normal GI Joe style.
I think they're 6 inches, ain't they?
I think they're about 5 or 6 inches. Aye.
Sometimes it still baffles me, Baz, when you look at all my toy books, looking at people's collections, that sort of stuff. Going out in the wild and literally finding stuff out there. You know.
Well,
it's like your brain doesn't. You know, you walk into a charity shop or you walk into a toy shop anywhere, and literally you go into that shop and find something you've never seen before, or you didn't know it existed. Your brain doesn't calculate, does it? It's like you're looking at something, but does it exist?
hey, Jonathan.
You know what I mean?
Oh, you've maybe only seen pictures online.
Yeah.
And then
Does
you
it
can.
exist? You know, I said the first time I ever went to Japan or Asia, some of the toys I looked around. I didn't think they ever made it, because it's when you look at every single website, every single page, but when you find a toy that's over there, does it exist? Yes, because you're looking at it, but is it existing? You know, it's one of them things you can't answer. And I say the other thing is, like you say, you walk into like a shop, like they say, you spot a figure that you've been talking about for ages, and there it is.
Well, I've actually got one handy, because when you look at these, you wouldn't think that this was a Burger King toy.
No.
You wouldn't have thought that in a million years that you would get that in a fast food restaurant, a proper action.
You know that
Thing.
look, it reminds me of Baz. Remember that Land of the Lost toy line? That
It's like I didn't even. Today I went and found out that they actually done a Smallville toy line. I never knew it existed.
did 2 series.
I didn't know it existed. I just happened to come across it on somebody was showing
I've
off on Facebook.
got Lois Lane, Lex Luthor, and Clark Kent from the first wave. The second wave is like the Justice League wave they did with the Arrow, Kid Flash, Smallville, Aquaman, and I think that was the 4. I know I've got the figures somewhere in the house. When I find them, I'll show you the pictures of them. It was quite good because the accessories is like Clark Kent had green hands with him, Lana had the necklace from the series, and that sort of stuff. You know, it's crazy and wild, but there you go. It's
Just
only
like,
because I found them. I think I found it in the specialist toy shop or one of the toy fairs I went to, and I thought that was one of the Forbidden Planets down here. I had them in, and I picked up all 3 figures at that time. They only had that 1 week. Then that's it.
I keep looking at there to say about that figure, but I forgot if it and changed. We no longer got the unit there. But remember when I found that Battlehawk figure? I never knew what that was until you showed me that it was an actual toy line. It was like majority. It's like an add-on to the Space Cowboys line. I never knew they existed. All I knew about was the Space Cowboys, and there was another one. It was like robots. I think it was it Mantech? It kind of like the same. They're the only kind of 2 lines I kind of knew about. I didn't know that they'd done other lines based on the same kind of
same sort of toy line of other figures, but sister lines and that sort of stuff. Yeah,
I didn't know they'd done like. I mean, that to me that was a good find for this year. Finding some, because that's not a thing you would think you would find in the wild.
it's one of the things. It's pot looking when you go into the wild and that sort of stuff. It's like talking about wild things and that sort of stuff. I know a few people in like America, that sort of stuff, but these like crazy things at the moment, these little pop, little bubble things, crazy.
My nephew's addicted to them, man.
Yeah, and it's like they've now done like Ultraman figures and that sort of stuff.
Because it just started off as this little circle kind of thing.
Yeah.
You've got Star Wars, you've got
It's only the
Transformers.
bubble wrap thing, and that's it. You press the thing, it's like a bubble wrap, and that's it. You know, I thought, I know a few people in America that might want one of these, so technically, to go on to what we've got this week, Baz, I got so a couple of those take to America, a couple of fans, you know. Hey, dude.
Hey, disaster.
You know, talking on the same line, Baz, of what I'm taking with me soon is like the Kamen Rider glasses. You know, like a pin badge, a badge turns into a pair of glasses, that sort of stuff. You know, and then basically there's a variant, a UK exclusive variant of Muckman. You know,
Is that the one that come with the silver weapons? It's like the turtles. You go.
yeah. Leonardo is slightly different weird thing, and the other one was a green fish face.
Aye, fish face, because I've got the fish face, and I think his weapons were like a chromey. It was either his weapons that were chrome or it was the turtles' weapons.
Yeah, Michelangelo with fish face in green. It's a different suit and armor, and then Leonardo with Muckman as a just different coloured glass and feet. You know?
Aye, but on that one, I know that's a repaint, but
Yeah.
is it still got the option of actually unscrewing the top so you can actually take his guts? Aye, so they've done that as well.
Yeah, I think that's a slightly different colour as well. So it's the same mold, but there's different colour plastic, like variants and that sort of stuff. Where we always talked about. That's you still see his eyeballs and exactly the same, but it's just different. You know.
So have you picked anything up this week?
Well, technically, I found the Ultraman, that one, and then the only other two things I found, weirdly enough, not found or bought this week, was a new charger from a holiday. You would have weird, useful stuff, but weird stuff, anyway. And I treated myself to a comic book.
Oh, nice.
Amazing, fantastic, #1 Spider-Man. So there you go.
Oh, thanks, Brian.
You know. So yeah, weirdly enough, I like a comic book, a plug, and literally Ultraman.
Hey, Tatson, how are you? Hope you're well.
Because technically, Baz, the other thing, I had quite a big scare on Tuesday. So that's why I ain't been out. So I thought I'd broken one of my tendons in my foot. And I'm still in pain now. But I did go to the hospital, double checked it, and it's all okay. So I'm just like foot up and resting.
It's always the same. Something always seems to happen just before you go on holiday.
Oh, I honestly thought, Baz, I completely broke it during the week.
It never fails. Something always seems to happen when it comes to holidays. But
yeah.
For me,
I'm perfectly honest. And the other weird thing I've picked up is basically an easy drink. It's like a candy cane, rocket ice, lolly drink. You know, and I think there's a birthday cake one I've got in the fridge as well, and they taste quite nice.
I have tried the birthday cake one. It's an acquired taste, but it's really sweet.
Yeah,
really
no
sweet.
any sugar bars, but yeah, they're sweet as bugger.
I'm well, thank you. Both looking good. I may be at the NEC. Oh, nice.
I will be at the NEC December. I don't know if I'm selling or looking around, but I will be definitely at the NEC in December 27th.
Well, Ken and we were talking about rabbit holes, Dave.
Yo.
Well, I'll put myself on big. I've jumped into the Avatar. So this is the first proper Avatar figure I've picked up.
I'm not
Shopping,
selling nothing.
like 3 minutes, a 3-minute walker selling these for £8. So they've got I don't even know if I pronounced this name right, but I think this one's Zeka, but they've also got Aang as well. So I'm tempted to pick up Aang tomorrow.
They've actually done another line for that. This is more articulated figures as well. Back of the when they did Avatar the movie.
These ones are the Diamond Select, but they've also done. I think I don't know if it's Hasbro or if it's Jazzware, but one of the two.
I think it's Jazzwares pads that did the figures for the movie, if I can remember rightly.
And other ones that you get more accessories with them as well, Davey.
Yeah. Nice one.
No, I did pick up. I'm not sure everything else, but never went to the boot sale at the weekend, but I went back to that charity shop that I got the He-Man figure for, and picked up a ton of stuff. So I got like a Skylander. And everybody's favourite blue monster.
Hey.
And talking about turtles.
Bebop or Rockefeller, yeah. Brave and Behold.
Some of these will probably go to the nephew, but
Bushwhacker Butch, I think, or Luke. Yeah, Butch, I think.
Look at another Hulk. I think I mean a Hulk one. I think I've got about 4 or 5 of them.
Talking about Hulk, but no spoilers. She-Hulk is now started Disney Plus.
Even picked this weird thing up as well.
Yeah. Marvel ball games, think of anything.
And we got his companion, but it's the movie version.
Yeah.
Picked up Suicide Squad as well. And then some Ben 10 stuff. Picked up some more of these for customizing stuff. And I picked up a couple of these just for the heads. Because I think you know what I think
you just got that head for your head, you mean?
Yeah.
Bazatron 3000 coming.
Well, it was a bit. Woody doesn't really have a companion, does he? So when I seen those Buzz Lightyears, it's like, I wonder if I could.
Well, he's got 30-30, isn't he? So, or Bullseye.
Then I found everybody's favourite Rita figure from Power Rangers that nobody likes.
I quite like that one, Baz Perfy, and he's delicious bank.
Another
Ray.
Some of these will probably go to my nephew, but and the first ever Final Faction figure I found at a charity shop. But I might actually customize this guy. I might see what the pegs on that Buzz. I might try and see if I can do a custom.
A Buzz Lightyear swap.
I've already got a Buzz Lightyear figure somewhere. I went and bought one of the new ones. That one will do.
Right.
But no, wasn't a lot of the weekend, I did go to the boot sale, but like I was saying to you,
yeah,
there was somebody was there selling He-Man stuff and Thundercat stuff, but the prices he wanted for them was ridiculous.
Toy fair price.
Oh, he wanted
Toy
like
fair / sentimental price, which is ridiculous.
you had Castle Grayskull. He wanted 120 quid for the Castle Grayskull that wasn't complete. He had Snake Mountain. He wanted 180 quid for this. Fair enough, the puppet thing was in really good condition, but it's like there's no way. And like the He-Man figures and the Thundercat figures he had, he wanted between like 30 to 50 quid for them. None of them were complete. None of them had accessories. None of them had weightings.
More sentimental than anything, yeah. Basically, he took them just to show off, but didn't want to sell them. But he put ridiculous prices on just to say, give it to them. If any people have got in the chat, want to ask any questions, jump away, ask us away. You know, ask Bazatron 3000. His 30th answer.
Well, she's just about finished, Rob, but there's the Harley. She's just about nearly complete. I'm going to be starting a Poison Ivy version Stormtrooper as well.
And the Joker, you said?
The Joker, Rory's kind of convinced me to do a Joker, but try to find a decent Darth Vader. I need to try and find another Black Series Darth Vader on the cheap. But I think I might have to customize the head a little bit because we're having the chin piece.
Yeah.
So my one, the chin piece is not. It's not a separate. It's attached to the original head. But it's probably doable, like. And then I've done the ogre one that I'm still middle doing.
Yeah. Well, Captain Toys would tell you about how long it takes to do customs and that sort of stuff. It's, it's crazy how long people spend on it. It's amazing. You can either do them in 10 minutes or 3 weeks later, you're still doing it.
Was that bags is like a box of chocolate. You never know what he's going to get. Oh, it's true. What is that?
Unless it's Quality Street, you know what's in Quality Street because it's on the label.
Ivy 2? Oh, nice. I don't know how the Ivy one's going to turn out, but it's going to be kind of in the same kind of idea as that Harley Quinn. So I did have a head for Poison Ivy, but it doesn't fit on the Stormtrooper body because the neck's too thin. So I managed to find another head in my bits and bobs box. The only thing I have to do is paint the hair red.
Yeah. Or green.
Or green. Fair enough. The skin's green anyway, so I don't have to worry too much about that. But
so come on in, Baz. By the end of the year, then you're saying you're going to try and do a Joker and a Harley custom. Is that the target by the end of the year?
I don't know. I've got we're talking with Rory. We've been kind of brain bashing each other, kind of thing, coming up with ideas. Because he's just waiting to turn Tigra into Shelby from Power Rangers.
Yeah.
So now he's got a civilian body. It's what I've seen, what he's shown me so far. It's looking nice.
Yes.
And he's only started kind of kit bashing for me doing that Harley Quinn / Stormtrooper crossover. But it's Rory. It's getting we doing that live stream a few months back talking about customs and
Yeah.
kind of it got me back into doing them. Want to do them, but over like the last 3 or 4, well, last month or so, I've kind of once I've done that Harley, I've kind of got that bug that I just
Yeah.
I've got so many ideas in my head that I want to do, and I want to try and push myself to see what I can't do and can't do kind of thing, can and can't.
It's more or less you're looking around your bedroom. It's like that's missing a bit of a paint job. That's missing a bit of a paint job, and yeah, it's a never-ending story, isn't it? You know, it's ridiculous.
It's not just a paint. It's not. I mean, it's all right to me. Touching up a figure is not really customizing to me. It's just. But when we're talking with Rory, it's like a little bit paint just makes that figure a little bit more better.
Yeah.
But customizing is starting from scratch and kind of either making your own character from random bits. Because when doing that Harley, that was a big challenge for me. Because I thought I'd never be able to. I thought it wouldn't have turned out the way I wanted it to turn out, but it's turned out better than what I thought, kind of thing. But then you've got Vern as well that does a lot of custom. So watching a lot of his YouTube videos and
You still got that picture, Baz, I think, the other day with the custom Final Faction figures.
You
remember the one I sent you?
I know which one you sent, aye.
You know. So, guys, in the chat, if you got any questions for me or Baz, or if anyone want to jump on, let us know. You know, just shout out, scream, put anything in the chat. If anyone jump on, even 5 minutes, say hello, ask any questions away, guys, please do. Or girls. Guys, girls, chat. Ding dong, which is dead. You know. Baz is like you might sap you or laser shock you if you don't, you know. You know. But no, it's, you know, all I'm going to say, Baz, before I forget, good luck for the next however many weeks. You know, if not, just do live streams by yourself, Baz. You know, enjoy yourself. You know.
Wrong one.
We might have a big part at the end of the week. We don't know.
Are you talking about these ones, Dave?
That's the ones.
Is this crazy what somebody could actually do with those? Like,
Well, you mentioned Final Faction figures that are quid that you can turn into. They've actually done the full set of Masters Universe, that sort of stuff. And that's the only ones I could find in a screenshot for Bazza, you know, because I know he likes Masters. And they're a quid a figure. All you need to do is go to Poundland, try and find them, pick them up, and that's it.
Well, it's like the guy that's been used for Trap Job, and I've already got a loose set. I've already got him carded, but I managed to find him at the weekend.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. And it just shows you, man. I would love to know what
he used for his arm.
What he used for his arm, aye.
I say the easiest one on that, like, is Bobo Robotnik in the corner. The robot's there, it's just painted in different colours, and that's it. You know. But that's how you do customizations into toy lines you love and that sort of stuff. It's.
All I'll say is pizza. Ian thought I was just winding him up about that, Dave.
I would show him where mine is, but I can't remember where I put him.
That they actually made a cartoon and they also made a toy line as well. Sometimes that's when you kind of find out, like we were talking previous at the beginning, is that sometimes you didn't find out something until you actually pick something up and then realise there was a cartoon made it back in the day.
I love my money, Baz. I can't find where my pizza cat is. I am putting him back up where he normally goes. I can't remember where I put him.
I do apologise, I've kind of lost track of the chat here.
Guys, you got any more questions or you want to come on? Just ask Baz, says, can I pop on? Or if you guys think of popping on, just
I'll come
shake
on
away.
next week or two if you want chips. Just let me know what days you're free, Rob. And you're more welcome, man.
I'll be the other side of the pond, Rob, so Baz will be more than welcome to get special, If you want to replace me, Rob, by all means, mate.
Well, I'm going to hopefully get Peaky on and
Comedian.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll get Action
Nick
Pop
from
as well
Toys.
during the week. If we can't do the Thursday, then we'll do one on the Saturday. I think a Saturday's probably better for him.
Yeah.
Don't read the chat, Baz. It's a bunch.
Baz loves the chat, trust me.
Oh, you always say, no worries, lads. I'll be in touch. Instagram badge in a region. Cool. I kind of want to go on, but not ready.
If you even want to come on and use the blank button, you don't have to show your face. Just talking on the screen. If you want to ask us any questions or want to come on, there's an option to mute your camera and just like a little screen. If you want to even just be your robot sexy voice, even, I am a robot. I am a robot. Hello, Baru. Hello, Basil.
Question. Does Baz own a kilt? Yes, I do.
Does every Scottish man wear a kilt?
Pretending around in the toys room. Now, what is toy from the most obscure show you can think of that you own? My one would have to be those grocery gangs. I think they're the most obscure. Even though it's only like a YouTube series kind of thing, but I'd have to say having a pizza or a door ring or a chocolate door ring, an action figure in your collection must be weird.
Like Food Fighters and that sort of stuff.
But if you really want to go doing like
80s Food Fight, 80s generations Food Fighters, and us is.
Ian, if you want to go doing another road and having an obscure figure in your collection, it's not a cartoon, but it's from a computer game, and it has to be the almighty Peely from Fortnite.
You and your banana, Baz.
That is probably the most obscure action figure you will ever fucking find. God, you know about the robot voice? No. Right, what's he saying? Okay, Baz, I've asked again for the 30 episodes you've done, and is there any that stick out as your favourite or something? Really,
The one without me.
Probably one that still sticks out is probably my stripe that I got at the first ever boot sale I ever went with my papa. And that thing's been with me from nearly 40 odd years, near enough 30 odd years. Sorry.
Yeah, it's one of the things, Baz, like they say in the chat, what's your holy grail toy? For a lot of us multi-collecto lingo guys in the world, it's not the holy grails, it's more sentimental values to any of us than anything.
Yeah, because that thing will go to the grave with me.
Yeah.
Nobody will be getting that.
Yeah.
I'll make sure that it gets nailed in my coffin.
Is that, mine's in my will, Baz? Mine's already in my will. My 2 teddy bears are in the will.
Between that and probably the ET teddy bear that I've got somewhere. But the stripe, that's the one that always comes to mind, because every time I look at that, it kind of reminds me of the good times we had when we used to go to the car boot sales when we were younger.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
I think that was episode 1 or 2 this year, wasn't it? When it's like, what's your holy grails and that sort of stuff. And it was like, that one for you.
But really, if you want to go doing holy grails kind of thing, my holy grail is getting the Eternia playset. But now that they're doing the reissue for thingies, then I don't care how much that's going to cost me. If I have to eat pot noodles for a month, I'll eat pot noodles for a month.
We're talking about Eternia playsets, Baz, and that sort of stuff. The new Netflix He-Man TV series came out today. The next series 3 came out today. Or the cartoon version.
I've not watched it, but my nephew was watching a bit earlier on.
It's very interesting, this one, Baz. Trust me, it's got a nod to Revelations in it, and then a few other bits like that. So I'm not going to say much because it's only came out today. Same with She-Hulk and that sort of stuff. But watch this space. We'll be talking about that cartoon series very soon. But I say it's only came out today.
What is it? I'd pop on, but I'm naked.
You don't have to be naked. You don't have to see you. There's a mute camera. You don't have to. There's a square box saying a robot.
Josh is probably building Lego naked.
Well, it's after 9 o'clock, so there you go, Baz. He's got his birthday suit on.
But it's not 9 o'clock in America, though. It's probably just lunchtime. Well, tea time for them.
We can send him a kilt.
It's all right, Si. We'll get you on at some point. We'll get you on, and hopefully you and Shybone in the next few months.
No, Baz, the twins are just terrible.
But we're going to get one of the good twins on.
I say, but you're going to enjoy the next so many weeks, ain't you, without me? You're going to have get every person you can think of on.
See, this is kind of the thing about doing like one of these kind of specials. Try to get folk on because it's midweek. Everybody's still working, kind of thing, and it doesn't help that we've got some good friends from America that the time
The other
zone
side of the pond.
Buggered with being either 5 hours behind or 8 hours behind. It's kind of hard to try and get everybody on.
It's either lunchtime or tea time over there when we're
Yes, to have a swoop mass laser command Thundercats thing. I was going to say Thundercats thing. I was trying to think, but I know which one that is. I've had hairs of the Naked Chef, but the Naked Stream have a hell. No, that's for the OnlyFans, Ian. You might find it on Peaky's filming streams.
Yeah. You probably dehydrate him first, and there you go. Do a little shriveled prune. He's probably listening. You'll probably see him in the chat in a minute. What are you talking about in your bar?
Oh, and I actually thought robo skill. Evelyn 01 I consider as treasures. Rory's went a bit mental over the last month and a half, and he's basically nearly picked up everything from the Kamen Rider 01 series.
Yeah.
I think he's only missing a few keys, and that's about it. Some of the harder keys to get.
I was only anything closest thing to Kamen Rider got with me is the Kamen Rider RX Black or Mash Rider like badge / sunglasses.
Baz, do you prefer Iron Brew or Red Cola? Iron Brew. You need to have Iron Brew.
That's a Scottish thing, isn't it, Baz?
Oh, aye.
Thanks for that, Dad.
Baz, you pick up a rosa skill from a charity shop and I'll go over to Scotland.
We've got more chance of the old one big turn up in the charity shop, ain't we? The new one now.
That's what he's talking about. He's talking about the original robo skill.
Yeah. We got more chance over here, haven't we? Than it was a UK thing, was it, or something?
It was, aye. No, I think Jonathan's for Ireland. I think, or I could be wrong.
Ireland, Europe, I think it was.
I mean, the old one, Dave. Aye. Or did it? Don't even say anything because the last time me and Rory was talking about something, I found it. I'm not going
to. That's the whole idea, Baz.
Iron Brew Ranger custom. That is still. That's still good. That's still in.
That's in the works for Baz for 2020. Was it 2025? That one, Baz. You got Lego this year. It's only next year. Then it's the costume after. I think you've been putting it back.
Aye, Ireland. I wasn't too sure if Jonathan was for Ireland or not.
One of the things, Baz, like you said, like last week or the week before, and everything else, you could walk into any charity shop, any car boot. You know, you could walk in any shop, and you could find one.
It's like the robo skill. I don't think a lot of folk would know what that was unless they'd done the research.
You'd almost say, Baz, if you're thinking off your top of your head, when you see the skull, Red Skull from Marvel, he's done his own ship. That's the first thing you'd come to, wouldn't
it? Because I managed to find the sea lion at a boot sale. I found the snowcat at the boot sale as well. And then I found some other random bits.
I say you never say never to find anything at car boots or charity shops.
Because the snowcat that I've got, man, it's got Action Force stickers on it, but I don't know if it is the Action Force. I don't know if Action Force actually done the snowcat as well. Then G.I. Joe done the snowcat.
It could be a G.I. Joe, but stickers been put, a repo stickers put on.
They're going to go for new champs. Oh, cheers, man. I appreciate that.
But no, but it's one of them wild things, isn't it? You could walk into a shop tomorrow, and if you're pot luck, you could walk in and find anything, couldn't you?
Well, that was just like a couple of weeks ago, man. There was a new charity shop opened up. I just I didn't look like it had very much in it. I just kind of went in just to see what they had, and then lying on the shelf was that I was going to say Revelations, twat. The
Battle
Origins,
Armor He-Man.
the Origins Battle Armor E-Man. I was like, you kind of sometimes when you see things in shops or charity shops, you kind of get a little bit like childish. It's like, oh fuck, did I really just find this?
Yeah.
It's the same when I found that Ultraman figure. I don't know if it's the original Ultraman or if it's a knockoff, but finding that in a charity shop thought was quite weird. But
Yeah.
every time you find something unusual or something that somebody shouldn't really be handing into a charity shop, but when you find it, it's like you turn into like a 5-year-old again, and you get
Yeah.
all excited.
It's like when the pandemic over, the one of the shops I walked into, I found a Centurion at 99 pence and a Ghostbusters Ghost for 20 pence. You know.
It was like a couple of weeks ago, Dave. But I've showed the math for the last couple of weeks, but finding those Ghostbuster figures for a fiver,
Yeah.
I still got that weird feeling that you found
Chills
something.
down your spine and the
Aye,
little hairs stand up on your chinny chin chin, and yeah.
when you find stuff like that, it's like you get this. I can't explain it, but it's like you go that giggly. You're like, oh, I've just found something. Oh, cool. We did have a little bit of rain today, but it disappeared and then the sun came out. I've never seen Scotland like this, man.
Talking about Miami, my trip is going to Miami. There you go.
Don't estimate the fizzy cola crisps. Making over. Whatever, man. For me, even when you go to B&M's, Dave, or Home Bargains, it's when you see something in those kind of shops that shouldn't really have them in at the minute. You think it'd be like a later on down the line when certain places is like, oh, we're not selling these, so let's sell them off cheaply, and then it's when Home Bargains and B&M's gets them. But at the minute, it's like I'm kind of excited because I've managed to pick up one part of the King Shark Builder figure, and over the next few weeks, I'm going to try and see if I can find the other 3 figures just to finish that guy off.
Is he in a 4-part figure set then?
It's only 4-part figures. There's only Harley, Bloodsport, Polka Dot Man.
Normally 6, that's what I asked.
And
Deadshot.
no,
Peacemaker.
the John's Peacemaker. There's only 4 to make
So,
up.
quick question about toy shops then. In Scotland, name your holy grail toy shop where you can walk in that's amazing. I've got mine. Mine's so easy and simple.
See,
So what's
technically,
yours?
we don't have, not in my era anyway. Probably if you go to like Glasgow or that, you're probably they've got bigger toy shops than that. I would probably say recently. I would have to say Game for at the minute recently because I mean they've been getting a lot of good.
Clearing stuff in.
They've been getting a lot of good stuff that I've been looking for a while. But before that, it was the Entertainer. The Entertainer was good, but I think the pandemic's kind of killed it a little bit. But then we've got a new toy shop up here. It's Cry Toy Town, and they've been getting a lot of collector stuff in as well now, because they've started getting like the NECA stuff in.
Yeah.
Power Rangers started getting some Black Series stuff in as well, but they're wanting for like the Black Series. They're wanting like 27 quid for them for the Black Series figures. So hopefully I'll pick them up once they go down a bit. But with the Toy Town's I think the way they kind of work is that they bring stuff in, and if it doesn't sell within like 3 or 4 months, then they start reducing it. So I'll pick them up when they go down. It's like there's a couple of the Halo figures that I'm after. They've got the new wave of Halo figures in, and they've got the 6-inch. They've got the 6-inch ones in as well.
Yeah.
But there's one of the new 6-inch figures that I want, and it's like a samurai style Spartan.
Yeah, the original. Yeah. This one. Yeah.
It was one of the skins for majority of the games, kind of thing. But they now brought that into an actual, and the figure looks really nice, mint. But they're wanting 25 quid for them. I'm still tempted to get it, like just pay the 25 quid, but it's like what G-Force always says, is that you always kind of
hold off a bit. Take the risk, the toy risk, we call it. Yeah.
You kind of hold off. It's like out of the new DC Multiverse, I really want the Titan Joker. I know my game's got about 6 or 7 of them in, but they're wanting 40 quid for them. I could technically go to game and just buy it for 40 quid, but
you're guaranteed the day after you buy it, it's guaranteed coming down.
Yeah, because I've done that, not in like game or that, but I've done that in shops before. Is that you'll go in 1 week, you'll see something that you've been looking for, you'll pick it up, and then you'll have to go back maybe a week or 2 weeks later, and then they've got them reduced to like pennies, and it's like, and they'll just kind of. But sometimes when you see things like that, certain things that you're after, you kind of have to say, do I buy it now or do I leave it? And sometimes you'll say, oh, I'll just leave it, I'll get it next week or when I get paid again. But then they've sold out, and then when they get them back in, they've put them back up to full price, and it's like sometimes now it is one of those things. But I have left so much stuff behind it. It's like I could pay it, I could get it right now, but it's like you've had to kind of walk away.
Yeah. For me, to answer that question or answer, if I spot a toy and it plays on my mind that much and think about it all night long, and the following day I'll just go back and get it. And then basically you leave it boxed until you get a new one. But as for my unexpected Holy Grail shop, that it shocks me every time because sometimes I only get one-offs or very little of them in. And I know for a fact in America they get it as well. It's UK is TK Maxx, but America is TJ Maxx.
Oh, if I go into TK Maxx and see something, man, that's usually it's
a one-off thing you don't get in the UK shops at all. It's like, yes, I know at the moment they're getting a load of Lightning Collection figures in for 20 quid instead of 35, 40 quid. But it's, in the past, you found stuff that's never got released in the shops. They get the one-offs in the shops. I know for a fact there's, back in the Marvel days, the 3.5-inch figures Marvel, they did a 3-piece box set with the Iron Man, War Machine, I think it was Captain America. You can take the helmet off the figures. And there's only 20 in the UK. America never got released. You know, it's something like that. It's the TK Maxx. Every time you walk past it, or TJ Maxx in America, that's the unexpected shop. It's one in a billion, isn't it?
Max, and they've got like proper, like mid-range,
yeah,
collectibles. ones that should really be about between 30 to 40 quid a pop, but they're selling them for like between
half.
50 to 20 quid.
Yeah,
It's a must have. It's like, because you don't know if that's just a one off thing that they put, because with TK Maxx they just get totes with random
yeah,
stuff in it, so they don't even TK Maxx doesn't know what they're getting.
no,
Because it's not the first time when I found, because that's where I found my Hush Harley Quinn. When that figure's about, uh, I think when it got released, I think it was like 100 quid,
yeah.
£150, and they were selling it for 25 quid.
It's crazy.
I never bought it when I seen it. I never bought it at first, but then when I went back in a week later, it was actually on their clearance line. So it was actually it got reduced from 25 down to 18 quid, and it's like, no, that's a buy. I'm
Yeah,
quite surprised that nobody picked it up, because it is an expensive figure now. I think it goes for about 250 or so.
yeah. It's like the home bargains. I was going to say home bargains or B&M, but your home bargains up there gets different stuff to mine. Same with home, but B&M, we get different stuff. We like, yeah, 8 hours, 6 hours drive from each other, or 5 hours drive. The difference in like the Midlands where I am and where you're Scotland, even when you take to Peaky or going London guys, they get different stuff to both of us. You
Well,
know,
that was well, there's a good example, Dave, because you were looking for those power players.
yeah,
I just happened to go to one and find two of them, and then when I kind of showed you, man, you were like so shocked that it's like, where did you get them for, kind of thing? And I remember you saying is that I went hunting at B&M's home bargains for those, and none of your home bargains had them.
no,
And I went back like 2 days later to see if they had any more for you, and there was none left.
yeah, yeah. Luckily, I went on to eBay and found the like full sets on there with free shipping. I was like, yeah, that'll do. It's one of the things when I started planning the trips, like the Final Faction. I found the Final Faction a year before they hit the UK shops, and I was so tempted to order a set in America, but then I waited and look at it came out. I'm just crossing my fingers in the next 5 to 6 days they come out. If not, I'll be hunting them down like a kid in a cat, like a candy can kid rush.
I'll be going to that Poundland tomorrow to see if if there's any signs of them yet. And I'll let you know if there is any signs of them. But even sometimes with Poundland, man, you'd be surprised what sometimes they get in.
Yeah.
You wouldn't think a pound shop would get like collectible stuff in.
Well, remember back in the day, about 20 years ago, they got, the official G.I. Joe. They had snake eyes in Poundland at quid.
Oh, I mean,
And now it goes for what?
I'm kind of, it's like back in the 90s when pound shops were a big thing.
Yeah.
Up in between Scotland and England. The amount of things that you could find in there was unreal, because, man, you used to be able to find He-Man figures in there, you used to find Thundercat figures, Madball figures, G.I. Joe, Samurai Pizza Cats was in there. You also got from Bionic 6 figures in there as well. It was crazy what they sell back there. But
I
now,
remember they've got Golden Compass in there and all sorts, wouldn't
but recently, the last few, before the pandemic, man, at Christmas time, they used to get a lot of good collector things in. They've not really had that over the last couple of years due to this COVID thing, but I'm hoping this year is going to be a better year at Christmas time for toy hunting, especially for up here kind of thing.
I think it will be, because I think there's, depends if they shorted out the shipping container things down. Well, at this time last year, the shipping containers went on strike, didn't they? So most of the shops didn't get the swagger in, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
The problem is, Baz, it's how much they're going to put the price on this year. It's like everything's going up, but we'll see what we can do. We can bits and pieces.
It's just like certain lines, like Marvel, man. Marvel's prices are nearly gone up to like 26 quid. And technically, you're just paying that money just for the figure.
Yeah.
Some of them don't really come with a lot of accessories. You usually expect if anything's going to be over 20 quid, that you expect it to have a ton of extra hands or more weapons or anything. But
Or a bit
sometimes
bigger than 5,
it's
6
just
inches.
a
Yeah.
figure, one weapon and maybe a change of hands. That's about it. I mean, if you're going to pay that extra bit of money, then you expect them to have other weapons that they should. Like for example, with the Power Rangers, if you're going with the Lightning Collection, not every Ranger comes with its full arsenal of weapons.
Well, talking about Power Rangers, Baz, beginning of the year, the figures were $9.99. The bog standard range, not the Lightning, but the bog standard, $9.99.
I know they're like 15.99.
Oh yeah, last time I went into Smiths, they were $11.99. Now went in the last week, and out to $14.99.
It's all right. I'm Scottish. I'm used to it. The Scottish have a really dark humour. Have
I
you ever
noticed
watched?
that girl's from Miami though, Baz. That's the only thing I'm thinking about is Miami at the moment. I'm sorry.
Who's that? What's Josh saying? And Baz, I really apologise for shitty. Uh,
It's after 9 o'clock UK time anyway. Or Baz is after 10 o'clock, so it's
oh, it's all good in the head, as they say. But
well, Baz talked about his kilt, so that's all we need to. As soon as he mentions the kilt, we're after the watershed.
I don't want to scare people when they say, "Oh, wear a kilt."
Yeah.
Are you a true Scotsman? Yeah, oh hell yes.
Are you going to the buff?
Time you should be wearing underwear is when there's ladies present.
Have I seen any tonight? No, only you.
That's the only time you should wear underwear is when there's ladies present.
Is that true?
Well, in the army back in the day, that's the only time they were allowed to wear underwear is when there was ladies present or if they were doing.
Finito, Baz. I need to ask this. I watched Gordon, Juno, and Fred the other day in America.
Right.
And someone had a beaver. The pouch that goes around the front, he called it Justin Beaver, the beaver pouch. Do you have a beaver pouch?
I do have a spawn.
Ooh.
That's where you keep your money.
He had a beaver, and I thought, what's your one? In a Power Ranger corn, is it you?
No,
The ball will flip as well.
mine's is just a standard spawn. But back in the day, that was meant to keep your tackle warm. That's what they cried it, the tackle warmer.
Or you put your little action figure to keep you company.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, you want to see Bazza do a whole stream in his kilt. All you need to do is get to 300 subs for Baz, and that's it.
I'd have to use my phone for that so I get a better view.
Baz, you can turn your phone upwards. It doesn't make a difference to me.
Hello. It's just like the old song is like, what was it? I just come down from the eyeless sky. I'm not very bright and I'm awfully shy.
Both are not starting singing. Sorry, mate.
Was it kilt? Oh, jeez. Was it? We are all aware.
I know they've done, Baz, talking about kilts, because our friend's got one. Thomas the Tank Engine Fat Controller. They did a Scottish episode with the Fat Controller in a kilt.
Mm-hmm.
And our friend's got the figure from that from the series, the Thomas the Tank Engine series. Any other figures you know that's come out in a kilt or had a kilt on a figure? I can think of two.
I know they've done a lot of wrestlers with kilts.
I know one of them's Rowdy Piper. They did one for the Rowdy Piper Hasbro figure. That was one. Baz is looking around his toy room now. Here we go. Come on.
I don't know what. I'm gonna put it on.
Guys, if you got any more questions in the chat to say thanks for joining us tonight. Any more questions for Baz and his kilt? Or any other questions you want to ask, please fire away. Miami Girl, hope to see you soon. Guys, just get Baz up to 300 subs. Enjoy yourself, you know. Just want to say thanks for everyone in the chat for, you know, for helping Baz me out in the chat every Thursdays, you know. Thank you so much for doing this and helping Baz out, you know. He's a ghost at the moment. We're just talking to the Joker chair, you know. But all we ask is, like, stay safe out there, keep well, keep up the toy collecting. Any questions, just fire away. When Baz looks after the chat, we'll be here. You know. You got any weird questions, ask. Baz has got the kilt knowledge. He's got the beavers. He's got the Scottish voice. But, you know, we'll keep going as long as we can. You know. Don't forget, go Baz in the chat. You know. But no.
I knew
Thanks everyone for, you know, coming in and saying hello, jumping in.
He has got tartan on, but it's technically not a kilt. But this is the closest figure that I've seen.
Ah, yes. Scottish colour, sure, yeah. Go for it. 2000 ID Barbarian, whatever he's called.
Yeah. I couldn't see him for looking at him, man.
I thought he was going to get you a Rowdy Piper Hasbro figure out.
No. I don't even think I've actually got a figure that's actually got a kilt.
Oh, come on, Baz. We need to get you one of them then.
Skin of man. No. You never know. I might have to do a custom one.
I know Toy Biz's Rowdy Piper came with a kilt removable. You can do that one.
What is that? What's he saying? Was it? Oh, fudge. I forgot Baz also needs to do the freedom speech. Oh, don't encourage him. Baz customizes one.
Come on, Baz, you just need to say it once. Freedom!
They may
No, you
take
can say that at the end. It's like, yeah, another however long of the stream. Last thing you'll be saying, freedom! No more Dave at last. Woohoo!
Hey, you'll be missed.
You
Might
won't
not
miss
have all
me.
these. Might not have all these views when you're away.
Then you probably get double views.
Oh.
Oh, come on, Baz. We've done a Scottish Irishman and Englishman channel. Now you probably get reached 400 subscribers the time I get back. You never know. You might have got Harley Quinn or
that'll be a shock to the system.
I don't know. You might have that Harley Quinn in your life. There might be the Baz and Harley Quinn channel. You know,
But find
anything is possible these days.
just find that soulmate and her name's Harley. Sorry, but you're changing it to Harley Quinn.
Okay, it's either Harley Quinn or what's the other one you like, Baz, from He-Man? Evelyn.
No, I think I'll stick with Harley.
Evil Harley? Harley Evil? So that means, Baz, one day your mum's going to say, what are you going to call your child? First one's Harley, second one's Quinn. Why? I said middle names, it's like Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn Lycan. There you go.
I never thought of that, aye.
Yeah. Baz, I could send you a blow up Harley Quinn toy doll. Beyond.
Don't you dare.
Oh, come on. Oh, I could dress up as Harley Quinn.
Was it here? He goes. Oh no, Baz, it's drinking alcohol free. No.
You might be at the end of it, trust me.
Have a good day, night, chat. Good night.
Bye,
Baz.
Miami girl. Baz, we lost the Miami girl. I'm all upset now.
Yeah, she says she has to go to work. She's a working girl. You're Shanty. As Alicia says, she's got the best legs on YouTube.
Well, she's from Miami, then yes, definitely. No, I don't know, Baz. That guy had a good Skeletor costume a couple of weeks ago on Shabs. You know, you might get a Harley Quinn lookalike on your channel one day, or you know, or Evelyn's offspring.
Oh fuck no, that'd be scary.
Well, at least you guarantee one thing in the future, though, Baz. The Irish invasion, the twin invasion.
Bazzy Quinn. I like that one, Josh. Do it. The inflatable, the dress of.
Don't tempt me, trust me, because I can get inflatables and costumes where I'm going in next week. So, you know.
Oh fuck. If there's a partial comes and it's got that in it, I'll be like, I know where that come from anyway.
Oh, come on, Baz. I'm going there on Halloween, so you've got more of a chance of getting one. Baz, okay then. It's either that or a sheep. It's up to you.
No, you have to go further north for that.
So what's your animal then?
What do you mean?
I could send you a Loch Ness Monster. Was that Glasgow, isn't it? Loch Ness.
If you want the national animal for Scotland, it's a unicorn.
That's easy enough done because now you can get unicorn wrestling like unicorn thing spot in your head. That's easy. That's easy enough done. That is.
The twin invasion is coming.
You got the twins coming. You've got the Irish invasion coming to Baz's channel. You got the twins are coming. You know. You've got the Action Man invasion. That's another one for Baz.
Mm-hmm.
You got the Saturday Night Action Man invasion. You've got the twins, and you got the Irish.
Because you need to try and get one with getting Connor and Brian on at the same time.
Saturday night you get the Love Hammer and Action Pop Dad. And then the other one's quite easy, Simon and Shabby Shab.
That will be a good one. Having the twins.
Yeah.
Just have to dress up. I like to see if we can tell the difference between the two of them.
Probably not. But no, Baz has got a load of things coming,
The wheel. Oh, didn't it, Ian? I'll get him. We'll probably end up doing a Discord live at during the next month or so as well. Get some of the guys on. They can talk why they started.
You're already planning without me. There's 4 streams you got already planned, Baz.
Oh, I kind of have mentioned to the guys in your Discord group here that might they get a few of them on just to discuss what got them into collecting.
Is Ian into Power Rangers, if I can remember rightly?
Who's that, Ian?
Yeah.
Yes. Ian likes Power Rangers and he also likes all the... Oh, I can't even remember the name. We were just talking about it last night, too.
Kamen Rider, Ultraman, Godzilla.
Oh, that's Rory. Ian likes all the Anderson stuff, like
Jerry Anderson, like Captain Scarlet, and yeah.
Because I've got quite a few bits and pieces for Captain Scarlet, Thunderbirds, and that is, and a couple of other little things that he doesn't know he's getting.
Yes. Well, the secret box, where Baz might get a secret box in the future with a new companion.
Possibly. No, the thing me and Ian was talking is that he wouldn't mind having like one item from certain toy lines. And it's like, well, I can kind of help him with certain toy lines because I have quite a few with going to boot sales and chat shops. I'm like you, Dave. I end up picking up the same figure like umpteen times. So quite a few spares. And it's like what you always say, it's always nice just to have a replacement just in case something happens to one of them. So at least you have an item you can replace. But I've got a few spare bits that I don't really need. And I kind of talked to Ian and I says, right, he was asking about this, that, and that. I says, well, I've got some spare ones, but I've added some other bits that he doesn't know he's getting. And I just want to see if he knows what they are. See if his knowledge of between the 80s and the 90s and early 2000s, if it's... He'll probably open up and go, what the hell is this?
You're probably like, okay, that's another toy line I got, It's one of the things, Baz, isn't it, that if you're going to collect one item from every toy line, one, you need a big damn house or a big room.
Oh, and I forgot he likes trains as well. I do look like someone who knows what trains are, bro.
What type of trains? What size?
I don't know. I know he likes his old style trains and
all
that, but
But everything does, every collection's different in the
I
world.
think when me and Ian was talking about that, I think he was just kind of joking, but it was like, no, I've got a cut. Like, he was talking about like Star Wars and that, and this as well. I always pick up Star Wars figures.
Yeah.
Every time you go to boot sales or charity shops, if I see Star Wars figures, I just pick them up. And
So I need to ask then Ian in the I need to ask Ian in the chat then. Do you think Hasbro will ever do Tokuja? Sentai Tokuja series?
It's funny because we were kind of talking about the dodgy one, that dodgy Zord.
Well, technically, the lady in the Zord does appear in Dino Fury. You know, she's the queen in season 2. She's from that series, but yeah.
Well, like I was saying is that me and Ian were kind of just talking. I don't know if he was being serious about certain things. I says, well, I've got like about 20 3-inch Vaders. And it's like he was talking about like Darth Vader not having every Star Wars, but just having like one character from each toy line, and it's like Vader's kind of the one that always comes out to everybody for Star Wars.
Yeah. Vader's number 1 first, the Stormtrooper's second, everyone thinks of.
So I've got about 20 Vaders, so getting rid of one Vader's not gonna harm the collection. And he was talking about a Mace Windu that he wouldn't mind Mace. I only have 2, but the 2 that I've got are the animated ones.
Yeah.
And I know their ones are one of them's quite. I think one of them's quite a harder one to find because it's one of the original one, but he doesn't have his lightsaber. It's just the figure I've got. But when I was at the toy fair / boot sale weekend, I managed to find there was actually a Mace Windu in the box with all the Star Wars stuff that I picked up. So I picked up a spare one just for him. It's like we were saying at the beginning, where we all try and help each other out. If somebody's looking for a specific thing, I don't mind helping them out.
No.
I would help anybody out if I can, if it's possible.
Personally, the only rule I say to myself for that now, and I've been stung quite a few times, and a couple of them really did hurt me. If I know it's for personal collections, I don't mind helping people out at all. If it's for their own personal collection, and they're going to keep it for their personal collection, I don't mind helping anyone out in the world. He's like, at the moment, a guy in America's asked me to get him a figure, which I've got him, and I'm meeting him over there. I'm taking it with me, just, he's at the beginning of the trip. And I know for a fact it's for his own personal collection. It's like I've got 1 or 2, like, as you say, small boxes full of weapons or missing accessories, that sort of stuff. If I say I know it's for their personal collection, I don't mind helping them out if I got a spare item or 2. That's the only thing I ask them, is it for their personal collection? If they say yes, I don't mind occasionally, even like next week when I go to America, I've had quite a few people asking me for stuff. If I know it's for their personal collection, I don't mind picking 1 or 2 little bits up.
Mm-hmm.
But if I know for a fact, if you come home and say, hey, here's this, you know what I mean, and they sell it, it's a different kettle of fish, isn't it?
Oh, I mean, it's like, just say, for example, I asked Dave, have you got a Pacific weapon for a Pacific toy line?
Yeah.
And you say, yeah, I have. I was like, that's cool. Is there any chance I could get it? And it's your thingy. But even if somebody gifts you something, you're not going to turn around in a week's time and sell that on for more than what, because you never bought it. If somebody gifted you something, you're not going to say, okay, what?
Well, basically, if you're about to
More money for
get
that.
rid of it in, say, a couple of months' time, you message that person back, don't you? Say, listen, you gave me this toy. Do you want it back? Because I'm about to sell it. You ask them to say, Connie, say, listen, I know you gave me this weapon, but did you? That's the question I'd ask.
It's like if anybody gives you something or gives you something as a present, you're not going to sell that item. That item will be, even if you got to the stage that you had to sell some pieces,
Yeah.
you're not going to sell those kind of things because those were gifted to you by somebody that thingy. So those kind of things, I'll stay there because you're not going to get rid of those.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't do it, man. If, for example, if somebody sent you something, I wouldn't turn around in a couple of weeks' time and say, "Oh, wait a minute, this figure's just went up in price. I could get more money for it. I never paid for it, so I'm going to get more money for it." What I pay, you don't do that. You never ever do that kind of thing. Somebody's done that out of the good of their hearts to send you something, so you're not going to turn around and try and get more money for it.
Yeah.
It's not right.
No.
Anything.
Even people in the past have offered me money for it, but I said no. If it's for your own collection, I don't mind.
That's why sometimes you're feared to post stuff on if you're in Facebook groups, kind of thing. Sometimes if you're finding stuff at boot sales or charity shops or even in normal, I don't mind helping somebody out if I can find them again for that price I paid. But sometimes when you find stuff at boot sales and then you post it on your toy group that you're on, and it's like you'll constantly get folk messages saying, I'll give you money for this, I'll give you money for that. But to me, I've just got it. I want to kind of savor
Give me
the.
at least a week to, it's basically you say, if it's ever for sale, I'll put it up and you get first refusal.
You kind of want to savor it kind of thing. It's like you want to have it for a little while, and then if you do
savor the moment, then
then I'll quite happily remember who that person was and say, right, I remember you messaged me a few months back about these. I am now getting rid of them. If you're still interested, that's how much I want for them, blah, blah, blah. And then it's up to them if they accept the offer or no. But have you got any plans for the next week or so before you go away?
Like I mentioned earlier, Baz, after my right footing, to be perfectly honest. So until that's 100% healed, no. I've got enough food in to last me till Monday, Tuesday, or at least Monday. So no, Baz, I am couch bound or house bound until this is. It's walkable at the moment, but I don't want to risk it. You know what I mean?
Is it Doctor Who figures, Dave, American go crazy for?
I did know there was a lot of UK exclusive Doctor Who figures when they came out. Because it's a UK company at the time. We had the holograms and that sort of stuff figures. And basically some of the builder sets Bash showed off in the past has been UK exclusive from, that robot you showed a couple of weeks ago on episode 25. The builder robot. That's a hard one to come across, Bash.
I totally agree with Josh.
Yeah. 100%.
You know what, Josh? Well, that's the thing, is that if it wasn't to me, if it wasn't for you, if it wasn't for meeting you guys, I'd probably still just be doing the usual thing. But for meeting all these other YouTubers and all the monkey lizard, the army guys, and all the USR guys, I don't know if I'd be still doing it, because back in when I started first doing this, it wasn't a temporary. It was only a temporary thing. I wasn't doing it for the subs. I wasn't doing it for the views. I was doing it for myself. I was doing it because it was just something to do. I thought it would be just kind of got to that stage that you want to kind of show your collection
Yeah.
and kind of things that you picked up. So that's where I kind of started doing the videos, like the boot sale finds and all that. But to me, it's the guys that are watching that's kind of put me where I am now.
Yeah.
It's like there's only so many times you can say thanks to the guys for helping you out and watching your live streams and talking. And it's not when you start jumping on like USR live streams, or if you jump on Salacious's live streams, you get to meet new people. And we all try and, as we said, we've all helped each other out over the past couple of years. I was surprised when I was in hospital and I got the amount of kind messages you got back from everybody, not just the groups that were in on Facebook or Twitter. It's the same with the guys that's in the Discord kind of thing. It always gets you here kind
Yeah.
of thing. You always appreciate them kind of thing. There's not much more you can kind of say, but thanks. If it wasn't for these guys, we wouldn't be here kind of thing.
I think for me, Baz, I started for more or less the insurances and that sort of stuff. Because I even asked the insurance company, what do you need? They said the more things you can show us off, the better. And just to get through doing something every day, just doing a little something to show off, to show people out in the World Wide Web and the worldwide today, it's great.
The one rule, if you have me and Shabby on, you have to have us back on when Dave's back. Oh, definitely. As I've says, every live stream that we've done, anybody's welcome to come on. I don't care what he's collect. We're just here just to talk. As I say, plastic crack, because that's technically what it is. It's an addiction.
Yeah.
We all collect different things. Some folk don't even collect, but they still watch us because sometimes it's just into the nostalgia. Oh,
Yeah.
I remember having these as kids, kind of thing. But I would have anybody back on, man. All the guys that we've had on over like the last 8 months and the ones that we've done the year before. Anybody's welcome back on. It's just getting a couple of years ago, it was okay because we were on the pandemic.
Couldn't go to work and do it again.
So we could pop on live streams anytime. But now that we're all got back to normal, it's kind of getting a bit harder to organise things. But if anybody ever wants to come on, they just have to either message myself or Dave and we'll take it from there. Just let us know what dates are free and we'll try and sort something out between that.
So we can virtually do 7 days a week, can't we, if we wanted to? You know, if we need to do the Wednesday night wars or the Friday night USR, you know, crossover, you know, we'll do it, you know.
Was it? This community has been what has kept me going these past 2 years while my life falls apart around me. I've always had you guys to turn to escape. See, it's the kind of thing with me because it's like last year had my health. I was in hospital a few times last year, and it's scary kind
Yeah.
of thing. But if it wasn't for you guys talking to you guys through Messenger or Twitter or Instagram, you don't know where you would be kind of thing.
But to be perfectly honest, Baz, I didn't want to do live stream because I didn't, like I said to you, didn't like showing stuff off or anything, to be perfectly honest. You know, even my first one, I was that nervous and worried like yourself. And when I seen you do it and bits and pieces, I asked you for months, didn't I? What do you need to do? This, that, and the other, you know. And to be perfectly honest, from next Saturday, I might be going 6 or 7 times live in the following week on my channel for doing Power Ranger conventions, a galaxy far, far away, to a Route 66 land that you can't see unless you're in the movies, to conventions on every single week. You know, if it's possible, I'll try and do it, and you'll see what I'm seeing. Not you won't be looking at me; you'll be looking at the world of it's like somebody's eyes looking through a camera. You know, just keep your notifications on. I'll try and let Baz know. I'll try and do a few bits, but you know, this your venture, like it's taken 4 years, but I've had help from Baz, Shabby's, G Forces, everyone. And like you say, the community, the world we're living in, they'll help each other out. Even Simon there, you know, you get asking a question and they'll get back to you. But I know some people in the community at the moment, you ask them a question, they never get back to you. You know, there's certain people that help anyone out, won't there, Bass?
Oh,
And then there's another type of group that you even ask them a question or ask them something, and they don't even look at the email. You know, emails, messages, they don't even get back to you. You know, all you do is ask them one little question, and it's like yes or no, but they don't even, you know.
to be honest with him, and when I'd done that Harley Quinn, I was petrified to kind of show that off on social media. But some of the feedback I got was really good. I've only had maybe one or two bad filming folk say things like, "Oh, why have you done that kind of thing? That you shouldn't be doing. Why have you done that with a Black Series figure? You should never customize Black Series figures." And it's like, it's mine. I can do what I want with it.
The only good thing with that, Baz, the only thing I do like about that is showing your figures off. If there's something wrong with it, like toy companies, you want people to tell you the truth about it instead
Right.
of, Baz, that's like 1,000,000%. How the hell did you do it? Paint it yourself. But it's like, then you ask the question is, how did you paint it? What paint did you use? What Black Series Stormtrooper did you use? Because there's, how many now?
Oh, those can.
You know, what head did you use for it? You know, do you need to, how did you get the head bigger or smaller? Or, you know, it's just take a risk and take the gamble.
Like the negative ones, it's like folks say, why are you using Black Series? Is that's a rare that's a rare Stormtrooper body, and it's like, well, I've got like 6 or 7. I could use one of them just to. It's majority of the when you see the negative sides of stuff, it's folk that are pissed off because they can't do that, or they've never thought about doing that.
Yeah.
So now they're kind of like saying, well, now they're putting their negativity onto you. Is that I know for a lot of folk have said something about the helmet. I know I messed the helmet up.
But it's possibly a learning and that sort of stuff.
To me, the helmet was messed up.
Yeah.
But now the more I look at the helmet, the more it's like, you know what, I'm not going to touch it up. I'm just going to leave it the way it is.
But
It's
that's what
the idea in my head is that this was Harley's doing,
yeah,
kind of thing. She's designed her own
yeah,
costume or her own suit, and that's the way I thought in the head once I'd done it, because I wasn't happy and I was going to try and make the lines a bit neater, but looking at it, it's like, well, Harley could have painted that helmet herself.
yeah.
But she wants it to be rough. She wants it to be from in
Well, look at
weird.
the cartoon. Look at the cartoon series on E4. That was completely weird and different. You know, it's everyone's different. It's like in this world right now, or the toy community, everyone displays their collection completely different. There's not one person that's completely the same or different.
You're either an inbox collector or an outbox collector or both. I'm kind of both, man. There is ones I will keep in the packaging. I will buy if I have to buy two. I'll buy two just to keep one
Yeah,
in the packaging, one to come in, one to have on display. I kind of stopped that, but the way certain things are going into certain shops at the moment and picking up, you can technically get two for a good
right.
deal. It's not like before, man. You'd be able to pick up two figures for probably 35 quid. Easy. Now it's getting a bit more expensive, but if you can find certain figures that you like for a decent price, then you can have one for display, one to open up. But sometimes when you see like the new packaging, like when you see the Marvel Retro packaging,
Yeah,
you don't really want to destroy that kind of thing. So you either just buy one and keep it in the packaging, or you buy two so you can have one on your shelf and one to brighten up your toy room or whatever
well,
you
for
want.
me, Baz, it's quite easy. If I spot something, I'll leave it packaged for now because you'll guarantee in like 6 to 8 months you'll find it a cupboard.
When I see a custom figure art in itself, it's great to see that folk come up with. See, after I actually kind of answering the size question, is that after I kind of made that, well, when I was trying to make it actually, I was actually having a look online to see if anybody actually has done like a Harley Quinn Stormtrooper. They've done a lot of cosplays, but when it comes to like toy wise, the only ones I've seen was like a Mandalorian
Yeah,
figure and a Boba Fett style Harley Quinn. Nobody's really done a Stormtrooper kind of thing, but now I'm kind of wanting to do other Star Wars crossovers because Star Wars is still a love.
yeah.
That's been with me for I was 6 years old. Star Wars. Recently, in the last 5 years, I've kind of gone to Joker and Harley. I just like, I just love the characters. They're just unique to me.
I thought you was a Skelly. I thought you was a Skeletor and Harley man. But there you go.
Joker's always been my favorite DC villain. I just don't know what it is with the Joker, but it's just something about the Joker. And then he has his psychic, Harley, that all she wants is love. But she wants to be Joker's love, but Joker's like kind of sometimes like kind of
Please.
throws to the curb kind of thing. And it's just like one of those love hate relationships they've got. But there's different variations of Harley over the years. Now she's kind of more an anti-hero.
Yeah.
Um, but there's just I don't know what it is with the Harley Quinn character. I just love it. So I was like trying to put two in my favorite things together and make one. It's like I want to do a Power Ranger custom at some point with a Harley Quinn head, but that's for a later a later date.
Well, Baz, on that, all I'm going to say, thank you so much for the 30 episodes we've done this year.
Oh,
I think
definitely.
I've done about 27, 28 with you.
Something
I
like
know
that.
you did one with Nick by yourself. You did one with Peaky. All I'm going to say, good luck for the next 2 to 3 months. You know, support Baz, keep him going. I'll be doing a few live streams myself, doing a few other bits like that, hopefully. You know, I might be back on Baz's channel. I might not. You'll just see. Or it depends if you want to be back. You know, you might replace me by then by a Simon, a Shabby, a Nick, or a Chris. You know,
I never replace you.
you will one day.
We're
You know, I
two.
might come back with a band bash. You don't know. I might come back as a she devil.
We're two of a kind. We're like two. Was it two peas in a pod?
But no, Baz, it's been a pleasure. It's been something different. You know, the chat's been amazing for all the time for Bazza.
Oh, it's been fun.
You read that one, Baz?
Sorry.
Read that comment from my friend Dank Simon.
We'll do an art giveaway when I'm on Baz. That'd be awesome.
You'll be a
But
Two-Face, no, Two-Face with Baz one side picture with a Harley Quinn picture the other side. There you go, all sorted.
see, it's a thing with size artwork, man. It's amazing. Man, what he does is incredible. I wish I could do what Sai
What?
does. Like,
Come on, Baz's head on a Harley Quinn. Come on. I might just enter that one. I hold that one on my wall. I'd find space for that. That's an art piece. With a skill, with a skilled, you know, Kilton. But Baz, enjoy yourself, mate. You're really having fun.
oh, it's like the last 8-9 months, man. I've been looking forward more and more to doing these. It's just kind of weird that at the beginning I was kind of shy, nervous. Now it's kind of like second nature.
He's like Shabby. You can't shut him up when he talks.
But as like I
That's
said,
all I'm going to say, mate. Just keep them going. Keep the crowd coming. You know, we'll, you know,
I got a load of Harley Quinn. Oh,
there you
nice.
go. The twin has spoken. And
But the
Baz,
main thing is that even though we say thanks to each other, we need to say thanks to these guys because it's these guys that have been keeping us going
yeah,
over the last 9 months.
you know,
I can't say thank you enough. So let's hopefully we can reach 60 live streams.
that'll be next year, won't it?
Yeah, well, but I'll probably be after Christmas, aye.
We're going to get 52 weeks a year. We start at 1 again next year.
Right. But then again, I wouldn't have thought we would have done it this far.
One
It's
of the
just,
things, Baz, when you got a regular thing on YouTube, you keep it going no matter what. You keep the crowds coming. You keep the people going. You get your kilts. You get your Harley Quinns. You get your Stormtroopers. You get your Baz and the Lightyear stuff. You get the community that's out there that does bits and pieces. You teach people how to be themselves, just having a go. You know, for me, I'm just talking to you right now. There's not 20, 30 people in the chat. You know what I mean? If there's a million people in the chat, you know, you're just talking to each other and that's it. Yes, there's a million people in the chat. Yes, you'll be Baz, there's a million people in the chat. Yeah, you know, I'm like, you know, but Baz, as somebody else would say, it's not goodbye.
it's no.
but I'll be back.
He will be back. He'll be back just before Christmas.
Maybe.
So we'll do.
The only thing I'm upset, Baz, I can't bring my dark bear gimmick back at Halloween.
No. I think if a few folk will miss Dark Bear.
Yeah. But I might be doing a Halloween walk around from Universal Studios. Watch this space.
That's
I might be live at Halloween.
When you come back for your holidays, we'll probably end up doing a Dave special, so you can talk about your trip, show off some of your cool
plastic crack.
Yes.
Or non-plastic crack.
Oh, non-plastic crack. Yes. Is it?
I might have a cowboy hat. You know.
Top stream, fellas. Have a great time, Dave.
Thanks, Simon.
Well, on that note, we will say goodbye. But not goodbye forever.
Goodbye. I will see you in December.
You will. Enjoy your holiday. Because I think you deserved it.
Enjoy your time away with me, without me. I know you're going to enjoy it. Don't forget, guys, support Baz. Keep up the good work. And Baz will wear his kilt in the next video. And you say, live long and prosper.
Now that you say that,
far away.
Folk are now going to say, oh, we want this kilt. We want this kilt.
Yeah. Kilty Baz on the way.
Well, night, everyone.
So basically, to finish it off, and this is how you finish off a live stream, Baz, it won't be Chantel's legs to be worried about, it'll be yours.
Oh, fuck, you don't want to see my legs. I'm just like a big cuddly teddy bear. Catch you all later.